Hi, I'm John Campea, the Movie Blog. This is my quick review of the new Bradley Cooper film, The Hangover. Now, The Hangover is a very simple premise. A bunch of guys get together with their buddy who's getting married, and they decide just before his wedding to take him to Las Vegas for a big bachelor party celebration in Vegas. They have a great party, and they toast to each other, say, "We're going to have a great night in Vegas." And then the movie picks up the next morning with one of their friends missing and a whole bunch of things gone wrong, and they have no memory at all of what happened or how all these things happened or where their friend is. It's a very simple setup to a movie, but it is incredibly effective. Let me start with some of the good stuff about this film. It's a comedy, and it's extremely funny. I laughed pretty much the entire way through this film. Everything worked. The smart comedy worked. The physical comedy worked. Their callback jokes worked. Everything about this film in terms of its humor just really nailed it and knocked it out of the park. And one of the things that I was worried about going into The Hangover was the trailers were really, really funny. And I was a little bit worried that perhaps the funniest parts of the film were shown in the trailer. It's not the case. Yeah, a lot of the good funny parts are in the trailer, but there is so much comedy and so much good stuff. It's just really, really well done. Mike Tyson is a really great little cameo. He doesn't have a huge role in the film. It's small, but when he's on screen, it really works. The cast nailed it. Now, I was a little bit concerned when I first saw this really kind of eclectic group of actors put together. And at first, it didn't really feel like they were going to have really good comedic chemistry together. But within about 5 or 10 minutes of the film, those fears went away. They worked really well together. They fed off each other very well, including Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, and the other performers in the film. Now, don't get me wrong, they don't have the chemistry of, say, the 4 guys from The 40-Year-Old Virgin, but a great comedic chemistry together nonetheless, and I really can't wait to see them together again in The Hangover 2. It is a funny film. It's pretty smart. My one criticism about the movie is that sometimes the comedy in the film starts to drift towards the slapstick kind of comedy. And slapstick comedy is fine in a slapstick comedy kind of film. When you have a film that's not really based in slapstick and then you throw in slapstick, it can feel a little bit out of place. That doesn't happen often, only a couple places here and there, and in those times it kind of pulled me out a little bit as well. Yeah, the supporting characters were great. The main characters were great. The movie is funny. A very good time. Overall, I give The Hangover an 8.5 out of 10. I highly recommend you go see it. To me, it's the comedy of the year so far. For the Movie Blog, I'm John Campea.